Konnichiwa Busters! The bug catcher is here today, smoking trees, and I'm catching motherfucking Butterfrees, right? And I know for the regular people who are normally here, I'm normally talking about Pokemon. Today's a new day, it's a new bug catcher, right? I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. More importantly, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z Kai. Your boy decided to watch it for the first time. I've seen some of the series in the Japanese. I've seen all of it numerous times in like the regular Funimation dub. And I decided to watch Kai just to see, because it's supposed to be more accurate. And let me just give you my thoughts, right? Just in general, what I think about just rewatching Dragon Ball Z and specifically watching Kai. And just to start off, the Buu saga is the best saga they got. Alright? The Saiyans are cool. Like Dragon Ball Z is goated to me. Everything's cool in Dragon Ball Z, right? But when you get the Buu, you get good comedy writing. You get good characters. Everybody online, all the community, the Buu Saga's the worst saga. The Buu Saga's the worst. It's poorly written. And then but Majin Vegeta's their favorite character. Vegeto's their favorite fusion. Gotenks is their favorite fusion. Their favorite fight is, Majin Vegeta against Goku. It's everyone's least favorite saga, but it's everyone's favorite moments and people are from that saga. So, the community likes to, bullshit and make things up as they go along, busters. The filler is actually pretty good from Dragon Ball Z, and it was very obvious they took it out. I actually don't mind, a lot of people shit on this part, I actually don't mind, and it actually makes sense. The fake Namek little part, where Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan go to fake Namek, they get the wrong place. Just because she's the smartest human on Earth, why would her first time ever traveling outside of the Earth's atmosphere, she'd make it to the spot she's going to for the first time? Maybe they said, Kami's old spaceship had coordinates straight back to Namek. But even so, we're acting like she just knew. You know what I'm saying? Play us fuck up, right? Like Mike Epps from Friday After Next, or Next Friday, whatever the fuck. And this is no different. People are missing the Goku and Piccolo scenes where they're driving. And, and you get the iconic Post Boy or Postman t-shirt from Piccolo. I like the Garlic Jr. saga. I like a lot of the filler with General Tao in the Cell games. You know what I'm saying? Like, the filler was really dope. And I'm not going to let people act like, who gives a fuck about canon? When, Toriyama barely did anything with Super anyway, right? The filler's cool. The filler is where it's at, low key. And I like how they left a lot of the filler from the end of the Buu arc, because you really couldn't take none of it out. Where they got, Frieza and all them in hell watching Goku. And fucking, they're all talking shit. And Babidi's there. That shit's awesome. Why does it have to be word for word accurate? Right? Like, who truly gives a fuck if it's word for word? Manga to anime. For example, if in the manga, Vegeta tells Goku he's a sorry excuse for a Saiyan, but in the same line in the anime, he calls him an ass clown. Like, honestly, what's cooler? You know what I'm saying? Vegeta calling him an ass clown, or Vegeta saying the bullshit he said? Furthermore, a good example of this, because I recently just rewatched this scene with the Funimation Orange Brick dub and in the Kai version. When they're on Namek and Vegeta's giving Krillin and Gohan the suits, and they got Goku in the tank. And, you know, Vegeta says something, and Krillin goes, Vegeta, that's Mondo cool. And then Vegeta in his head, all right, that's right, boys, Mondo cool. But it just doesn't change the fact that when you get the Dragon Balls ready and gets to talking shit, like, why even take that out? It really gives Vegeta extra character, you know what I'm saying? Like, extra interesting things about him. The fact that he's like, would even say that in his own head, you know? And it's little things like that. The older I get, and I guess I never really even gave a fuck about canon like everybody else does, but it's like GT, you know, I'm going on a little tangent. This ain't even about Kai right now, but like GT and Super are like the same thing. They redid Daima, you know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck about canon? But back to Kai, right? The Android saga in general wasn't as interesting as I remember it. It's actually the most like, okay, here's these guys. Oh, this is the real enemy. Oh, wait, this is the real enemy. And I don't know, it's actually, the fight with Cell and Gohan is actually really bad. The fight with Gohan and Cell is really bad. I don't even know. It's not even a fight. Like, Cell beats up on him for like one whole episode. Gohan gets mad, turns Super Saiyan 2, kills the Cell Juniors, then he hits Cell 3 times. Like, he does like one little punch, then he does like the kick and the punch and he flies, then he gets big, and then he does whatever move he does, 1 or 2 more punches to make him spit up 18. And listen to what I just said. 6 punches, 1 whole episode. Trash, alright? Not even a stunt. Like, that shit was straight up dookie water. The fight with, and this is definitely a Kai thing, because they took out a whole bunch of scenes from the Piccolo and Android 17 fight. They took a lot of scenes out of, they cut another fight short. I can't think of what it is right now. But they cut 2 fights short for sure, and Piccolo and 17 was one of them. The Goku fight was pretty damn good with Cell. That was alright. But yeah, in general, the Android saga was pretty lackluster. Like, it actually made me dislike Krillin. Because there's a scene where he's fighting, the scene where Vegeta loses to Cell, Perfect Cell, and Trunks is fighting him. And Krillin goes in and saves Vegeta so Trunks can really box. And Krillin gets to talking shit about Vegeta's ego getting in his way and he should feel ashamed of himself and humiliated. Like, you bitch ass motherfucker, you just fucking squished the fucking remote. Everybody knows the Saiyans. This is what I don't like about Krillin in particular. He disrespects Vegeta for his Saiyan pride, but then respects Goku for his. Like, if Goku says leave Vegeta alive because he wants to fight him again, he respects Goku's decision. Cell wants to get stronger so so Vegeta can see his true power, just like when Goku let Frieza power up. Vegeta doesn't know anything about this and that, and he's a bitch, and dude, Krillin's a hoe for that. I never liked Krillin's character after that part. The Namek Saga's great. Kai is pretty good. It just, it took out some of the most iconic parts of the anime. Is the filler, is some of the wacky lines like Mondo Cool. And when you take that out, it just loses its, it just loses something. Because, you're expecting to hear these one zingers you don't hear and these funny moments that just don't happen. Kai is all right. But, for all the people who suck its cock, dude, you can watch the Funimation dub and probably enjoy yourself a lot more. It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more adventurous, actually. The filler helps make Dragon Ball Z feel more like original Dragon Ball. Because it gives you wacky adventures. It gives you Goku more on Snake Way, falling and shit. It gives you fake Namek. It gives you a scenario where Vegeta's traveling the fucking cosmos looking for Goku during the Garlic Jr. saga. It's just cool. The filler's cool. And, anyone who says, oh, it's not canon, who gives a fuck about canon? Dragon Ball is a series, right? With different properties. And they can all go together. And that's my fucking thoughts about Dragon Ball Z right now. And just rewatching Kai, now I'm rewatching Super. Even though they're about to remake it, which I think is stupid. Because you got the movie and the anime. Now you're going to make another anime. You got people like Geekdom talking about it's needed. Look at some of those episodes. Who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck if Goku in one scene is like drawn poorly? In the Namek saga, they didn't even fix this in Kai, where there's a scene on Namek, Krillin's in his Saiyan outfit, then all of a sudden he's in his orange gi and he's back in his Saiyan outfit. But no one complains about that, but they complain now. It's just the life at times we're in. Y'all go ahead and subscribe. I didn't have a script today. And if y'all want to hear me talk about anything, y'all just go ahead and leave a comment about what the fuck I was talking about and what the fuck y'all want to hear me talking about. Bust bags.